Another Monday, and happy Independence Day, the day before. And we hope that you have a great Fourth and a great Independence Day. And that's why we're here today. Is we're very honored to have in studio Vicki Coleman, Director of Parks and Recreation and Leisure Activities at Villa Rica, for the 12th annual fireworks display. We've been there, I think, virtually every year, and we're going to be there again this afternoon. And it's a great event, one that we are very proud to be part of. And so with that, good morning, Vicki.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. Good radio voice. Sounds good. Before we get started, we're going to talk in detail about the fireworks display this evening and the event and all that's attached to it, because it's really, as they say, a great extravaganza. So it's a big deal. And so before we do that, of course, we're going to invite everybody, if you have any questions, you can call in at 678-601-TALK, 678-601-8255. Or we're going to be on Facebook Live, and we'll take your comments through that also. But first, before we get started, tell us a little something about Vicki Coleman. You're with the city of Villa Rica. How long have you been there? And just a little introduction, if you will.
Yes, I have been with the city of Villa Rica for 2 years now. So I'm coming on my 2-year anniversary.
Congratulations.
Thank
That's
you.
good.
Thank you. But a little bit about myself. I have certainly worked in community development planning for almost 18 years. So enjoying my time here in Villa Rica, certainly doing some great projects such as activities such as the one that we have coming up. But I think that's probably the most interesting thing.
Where were you before you came to Villa Rica?
Before I was here, I was consulting,
Okay.
doing community development consulting.
All right.
And so I've worked in a number of governments,
Okay.
Fulton County, City of Chambly,
Okay.
Stockbridge.
Okay, mainly metro type counties.
That is
Okay,
correct.
Good, city. All right, well, let's get started. The 12th annual fireworks display. For those who don't know, let's what do you know a little bit about the history? Obviously, you've been here a couple of years already. Tell us a little bit something how this all came about.
Yes, I've been here for the last 2 years, if you will. This will technically be my second year. I think it's just a great day of celebration for really Independence Day, and this is really the best way for us to do it. It's a day we kick it off with concerts. There's quite a few carnival events, something for the family, I would certainly say, and it really caps off at the end of the night with fireworks. And who doesn't love fireworks for the Independence holiday?
Well, 12 years is a long time, and I know it was because we were there the first year. This was really an ambitious undertaking for the city because we've got a tremendous fireworks display, but we've got a whole bunch of activities that began prior to the fireworks, of course. And part of the reason I think it became feasible was because, tell us where this is located. The Villa Rica complex is...
This is at the Villa Rica Sports Complex, also known as the V-Plex. I get that question a lot. Is it different? It's the same place. It's on Highway 61. So most people know they go out there during other times of the year, whether it's for baseball, softball, or football. But yes, this is where we host it. Most of the events take place right there at the football field. So we actually bring in a fairly large crowd, usually over about 15,000, make their way out to the V-Plex every year to experience the activities and just see the display.
You know, the V-Plex originally was a private development, and I think that was one reason 12 years ago this became viable, is because that facility was, acquired by the city of Villa Rica. And it's almost, in a lot of ways, a perfect situation for this. It's here on your poster, you have the V-Plex. It's located at 1605 Highway 61 in Villa Rica near Bay Springs Middle School. So basically the big highway between Carrollton and Villa Rica, just up from Bay Springs Middle School. Tell us about that, because that's always a big concern with fireworks displays in terms of parking and traffic. But Y'all have got this down to a science almost.
I think it just comes down to the many years of practice.
Mm-hmm.
Certainly, I would say we really wouldn't be able to make this happen without a partnership with the property owner. Ingalls owns an adjacent lot, so we handle quite a bit of parking through the Ingalls lot. We do have some of our other parking, which is maybe VIP parking for a lot of our sponsors and those who have worked through us, or those who are able to certainly come in and buy the parking passes. Then there are other just surrounding areas that people do find a park. But I say the majority of it is really managed through the adjacent parking lot on the Ingalls field.
Tell us a little something about, you mentioned the parking passes. There are VIP parking passes. How does that work?
There are VIP parking passes.
Are they all gone?
Annually.
I mean, have they been all sold now, or is still some available?
There may be some still available. I would suggest that you can reach out 770-459-7011 to see if there are any final parking passes remaining. But I do think we are probably close to being sold out.
And those are $10.
Correct.
Okay. All right. All right. Very good. Now, let's give a shout out, because you gave out that number, 770-459-7011. Now that gets you to Courtney, right? Courtney Powell.
That gets you to Gold Dust Park, our administrative facility. So you can reach Courtney Powell. However, you can also talk to anyone that answers the phone there, and they can certainly help you if and let you know if we have any additional VIP parking passes remaining.
So basically, I would assume pretty much the entire city of Villa Rica police force is there to help with traffic.
A good bit of majority of them, between the police department and some of our other staff members within Parks and Recreation. Yes, we'll be able to get you moved around the facility, but really a special thank you to the police department, because they do a great job in terms of moving the traffic along Highway 61, getting you guys in, and particularly getting them out at the end of the night. So,
and of course, the sheriff's department is, I'm sure, involved with that also. Okay, well, let's take our first break, and we're going to be back with more. We're going to come back and we're going to talk about the music selections and the music performers tonight at the 12th annual fireworks display in the city of Villa Rica. It's going to feature Joe Lashler Jr. and the Super Five, but we'll have more on that after this word from Tanner Health System.
Need help finding something healthy to eat? Tanner Health System has an app for that. Minuit helps you find healthy food options on the go. The smartphone app is powered by Tanner's health experts, who teamed up with restaurants across West Georgia to make it easier for you to choose healthy food and eat better. Minuit acts like your personal nutrition assistant, showing you the healthiest items on the menu. So when you're not sure what's good to eat, Minuit. You can even use the app to look up recipes and plan healthy meals at home, and modify your options based on nutritional preferences, such as a low-sodium or vegetarian diet. Minuit and Tanner Health System, making it easier to eat healthy and live well. A healthier lifestyle is only a fingertip away. Minuit is free to download on your Apple or Android smartphone. You can download it today by searching Minuit in the App Store or on Google Play. Learn more about Minuit at gethealthylivewell.org.
Good morning. Welcome back to the Community Voice. I'm Steve Graddick, your host. Thank you for joining us this morning. We're brought to you by Tanner Health System. We're honored to have in studio Vicki Coleman, Director of Parks and Recreation and Leisure Activities in Villa Rica. And one of the leisure activities, I guess this would be a category for that, would be the 12th Annual Fireworks Display. We were talking about it, and, one of the biggest challenges in doing something like this is what musical acts to get or what music to present. I mean, that's a huge deal. It's not just like, well, we'll just invite them to come over. I mean, you've got a contract, you've got all the electronics, you've got the PA, you got the staging, you got a lot of things that go into this. Tell us about what music will be featured tonight.
This evening we will have Joe Lasher Jr. He is an up and coming artist. A
Okay.
little bit of country, I think Southern rock mixed in there. Actually, he's out of Asheville, North Carolina, but certainly has an album that's out. It's playing on the different stations now, so we're certainly looking forward to that. And then another act will be more support role, the Super Five.
Do you know much about the Super Five? Not really.
Don't have a whole lot of information, but certainly I think there will be a great act to get the night started.
Well,
out.
hopefully there are 5 of them. I mean, that's about,
Right, right.
And we know they're pretty super, so that's about as far as we know on that. But that's pretty, you know, it seems like all the musical acts that Villa Rica has selected in the past have been pretty much, you know, big hits and well received by the.
Absolutely. I think we try to certainly do a little something different every year and try to add a little bit of variety each year. So whether you may have a little country, a little bit of pop, they mix with a little R&B. So a little something for everyone.
Well, let's talk a minute about kids, children, because this is really, I mean, yes, it's certainly a time for adults to express their patriotism, to reflect upon the freedoms we enjoy as Americans. But it's really also a time for kids to develop and to have a lot of memories, not only with their families, but doing a whole lot of fun things. And there are a whole lot of fun kid things. This director of leisure activities kind of give us a insight into what they are.
Well, certainly this is one of the events that we try to make as family friendly as possible. So for those who are coming out with kids, we certainly have carnival rides that they'll be able to enjoy. We'll have a BMX stunt show, which I think is always a great draw. For those who may be a little bit more adventurous, we have helicopter rides, and that's usually a big hit every year. So
I would say so. Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. And BMX stunt rides, helicopters. You've got
Inflatables, correct.
face painting.
So something really for all ages, whether you are the young person or the older person who's young at heart.
So this is a little something you put together last week, right?
Yeah, we just do it all at the
You
last
just do it all
minute.
together, yeah. Just through over the weekend you decided to.
Yes. So, you know, I have to really commend the staff. The planning for an event of this magnitude really starts in like February. So between February and then particularly in the last couple weeks to the event, there's quite a bit that happens, you know, behind the scenes to really pull all of this off. So I'd say they do a great job. Courtney Powell and his staff do a tremendous job.
Courtney's been there from the beginning, if I recall correctly.
That is correct.
Tell us about, so basically bring your lawn chair or blanket or both.
Bring your lawn chair, blanket, both, preferably probably a lawn chair, just with the rain that we've had. Hopefully we get enough sun to continue to dry the ground out, but certainly there's a possibility that it may be a little damp. So
Well, how does this work? Because you've got kind of a stadium, or you do have a stadium environment, so people can sit in the stands if they like.
people certainly have the opportunity to sit in the stands. Most people really enjoy being on the field. I think they like being a little closer to the stage and the performing acts. So there's certainly a lot of options if you're out there.
Okay. So bring a lawn chair and come early, I would certainly recommend.
I always encourage you to come early. We kick things off in terms of the musical performances at 5, but certainly before then you have the inflatables and the other carnival rides that you can certainly take advantage of. There are food vendors out there, so you know there's always opportunity to, whether you've packed your own picnic baskets, or you want to just be able to enjoy the vendors that are out there selling food. There are many options.
What types of vendors do you have? What kind of foods do you remember? It's probably a
Usually-
lot of everything. The
It is a lot of
shaved ice, lemonade.
There's typically shaved ice,
bowl
lemonades,
bowl
bowl of
peanut
peanuts,
nuts.
hamburgers, hot dogs, always some barbecue. So it's
Yeah.
a variety of everything for the different tastes.
Yeah.
But typical, I'd say, carnival fare.
Right, right. Well, like I said, mainly it's a time to express our patriotism and to make family memories. I mean,
Absolutely.
for kids, they'll reflect on this, when they have kids and grandkids and great
Right,
grandkids.
and I think it's such a tradition. Families come out every single year, so it's always something that continues to bring families back.
Okay, very good. Before we take our next break, tell us. Obviously, this doesn't happen without the contribution of a lot of interested parties. So you do have sponsors.
A lot of great sponsors.
Yeah. Any in particular you want to mention? Or
So certainly we have Liberty Chevrolet. They always have something special, I would say, in terms of drawings that they want to do. So I would point them out. Print Pack. So we have sponsors at all different levels.
Okay, and of course, the City of Villa Rica tends to drive this.
City of Villa Rica certainly drives it, and certainly working with you guys have been great sponsors.
Yeah,
over the
we'll be
years.
out there. I think we start at 4 o'clock today with our broadcast on 2 of our stations. So we're proud to be there and proud to be associated with City of Villa Rica and the 12th annual fireworks display, certainly. Okay, well, we're going to take another break, and then we're going to be back with more with Vicki Coleman, Director of Parks and Recreation and Leisure Activities, as we reflect on the upcoming 12th annual fireworks display in Villa Rica.
In sports, when you play to win, you get your game on. Shouldn't the same be true when it comes to your health? At Tanner Health System, we're going to help you get your healthy on. Tanner is leading the way for you to eat better, get fit, manage or prevent diabetes, and live tobacco-free, so you and your family can get your healthy on every day. It all starts at gethealthylivewell.org. Check out upcoming healthy living events and join others in the community taking action to live well every day. GetHealthyLiveWell.org. Tanner Health System's way of helping you get your healthy on.
Need motivation and support to eat healthier, become more physically active, or quit tobacco? Tanner offers free classes to help you get your healthy on. Register today by calling 770-214-CARE. That's 770-214-CARE. Learn more at gethealthylivewell.org.
Good morning. Welcome back to the Community Voice. I'm Steve Graddick, your host, trying to give you a little background on the Super Five. The Super Five, formerly known as the Five that famed OJ, has been a Southeast favorite since 1995, hailing from Memphis, Tennessee. They have a great time, a little bit rock and roll, and they're going to be there, and their members are Brian Eskamp, Brianna Meyer, Adam Levin, Vince Leifer, and Hank Hooker is on drums. So it's a full-fledged band. So that's the Super Five. And we'd like to thank Jackie Wilson, who says she can't wait. She's so excited this year for her comment on Facebook Live. Also, I believe we got T-shirts available for $10.
Have T-shirts available.
Okay.
You can certainly stop by the tent that we have set up also for our Parks, Recreation, Leisure Services, and always find the T-shirts that are available for sale.
And I assume they have a wonderful Villa Rica design on them, right?
They have the this particular design for the fireworks. We certainly do a different design every year, and so that will be the design that's on the T-shirts.
All right, very good. Let's see, and then Joe, I don't want to leave out Joe Lasser Jr. He basically, like you said, is out of Asheville, I believe it is.
Correct.
And nice little, country, southern rock type of situation, young guy. And so he'll be there also. Don't want to forget Joe. What about, like any of these situations, people are always kind of curious about different things. I mean, you have to have a little bit of order and structure and things. Tell us about pets. Is this, are pets welcome tonight?
You cannot bring pets to the Vplex. So, just a couple of things on the list. Please do not bring any pets in. Also, as it relates, no alcohol can be brought into the facility. So if you can just be very mindful and just keep that at home.
You can't sneak it in coolers?
Don't try to sneak it in coolers.
Okay. And so there's no alcohol. Alcohol is prohibited, and pets are also. But now smoking is allowed in certain areas.
We do have smoking in designated areas.
Like 3 miles away or something.
Well, certainly we want you to come on off the fields, but we'll certainly remind those of where the designated areas are.
It's like 2 or 3 signs. Keep going.
Right.
Okay, got it. All right. So it sounds like we've got a lot in store. Now, is there a website if people have some more questions and they want to check it out? I guess there's a city website that would give them some more questions or answers, correct?
Sure. You can visit the City of Villa Rica's website, www.villarica.org, to get more information. Or even if you don't happen to know where the Vplex is, you can certainly go on the city's website and pull up the address for the Vplex.
Okay, so the event starts officially at 5 p.m. Am I right about that?
That is correct.
So, and then the fireworks are, I assume, when it starts?
It starts after the sun is set, if you will. So typically it's usually a little bit after 9 o'clock, where the sun's setting a little later this time of year.
That's the big question is like, when do you shoot them? So basically a little bit after dark.
I would say after, and I'd have to look that up. I think
who makes that call? Courtney make that call? Is when you shoot them, or?
Well, we typically there is a set time, but it's usually after, like I said, the sun is set. Typically, that's not until maybe even closer to 9:30.
See, I've always felt like, this is on the side, I suppose, and no one would be interested in this. It's like it's really truly dark at 9:42, but some people want to shoot them off a little bit earlier than that because it's starting to get late at that point. But anyway, that's that's just me. So basically, a little bit after dark is when we're going to shoot them off. Now you've got. I assume you have people who who just kind of park in distant regions just to watch fireworks, right?
Absolutely.
And they're missing so much, aren't they?
Well, you know what? I would say they're absolutely not missing. We do a great job, and I would say that with our display, you really can see them from a couple of miles away in some instances. I've had some people who reached out to me that happen to say, you know what, I happen to be down at the Walmart shopping center and I could see the display, and they thought they had the best seat in the house. So, for those who can't get as close as they'd like to get, I would certainly say if you're close enough in the vicinity, you will still have a great show.
Do you know how long the display lasts?
The display lasts for about 23 minutes. So, usually when they start, that time it's fairly long, but it goes quickly at the same time. Right.
Okay. All right. Very good. Well, that's a big, and it's not a cheap event to do 23 minutes of fireworks, is it?
No, it's not.
Okay.
Well, we certainly want a show that everyone could enjoy.
Right. So, okay. Well, very good. So it's like, all right, very good. And it says here on the poster, this is a wow factor, to come be part of the wow factor.
Yes.
Okay, very good. I think we pretty much gotten the meat of that, but let's take one more break, and then we're going to come back and we'll wrap it up. But we've got Vicki Coleman, Director of Parks and Recreation and Leisure Activities in Villa Rica, and we'll be back with more after this.
take a walk toward healthy. Tanner Health System wants you to know that taking a brisk 30-minute walk 5 times a week is all it takes for most people to keep fit. Not only that, going for 30 can lower your blood pressure, cholesterol, and reduce your risk for heart disease and strokes. You experience these benefits even if you divide your time into 2 or 3 segments of 10 to 15 minutes a day. Even if you've been sedentary for years, you can start now. Going for 35 times a week has real health benefits. Don't think you can make it for 30 minutes? That's okay. You can work your way up as you get stronger.
Let your mouth do the walking online at www.gethealthylivewell.org. Tanner's go-to online destination for health tips, fitness tracking, healthy recipes, and more. Get inspired to get your healthy on at gethealthylivewell.org.
Singing that sorry done you wrong song. In the heat of the blacktop, you're fading fast. That pedal on the left is the first step back. So tap a little tail light, turn the wheel around. Yeah, ease off the gas, girl. There's only one way to slow down. That bow-tie Chevy looks a little better from the front. Yeah, show it to me, baby. Yeah, show me how we ain't done. Come on, tap a little tail light.
All right, there's the new one from Joe Lasser Jr., Tap a Little Taillight, and we're proud to kind of feature that, and that gives you a little tidbit of what he sounds like. Tell us, okay, so the 12th annual fireworks display starting at 5 p.m. today, Joe Lasser Jr. in the Super 5. Before we go, as we run out of time, there were a couple other things regarding your department that you wanted to mention.
Sure. I'd say the last thing with this event, we always get a couple questions about how do you get around the fireworks in the event. You want to get through town and you have another destination you're trying to get to, but you don't want to be in the traffic to the fireworks. You obviously can take South Van Wert if you're trying to get south of the city of Villa Rica, maybe get down towards Carrollton, but you always have that opportunity. I would say if you're either going south or you're trying to come back north, I would encourage you to use a little patience, but those are probably the best ways to get around the fireworks on this day.
Well, what is the estimated crowd? I've heard anything between 10 and 15,000.
15,000. Certainly we have, again, those that are out there on the site, and then you also have those that are parking on adjacent properties and along Highway 61, that the traffic can be a little thick. It's certainly when the fireworks start, everything really kind of comes to a quick halt.
Everybody come out for the 12th annual fireworks display in Villa Rica. Thanks to Vicki Coleman today. We'll be there broadcasting at 4 p.m. Go out and make it a great day. Happy Independence Day. You've been listening to Community Voice on WLBB Carrollton.